Hi there, and welcome. Today's message is on Be Vigilant. It's a message for caregivers, whether you are the primary, secondary, or alternate. That brave person who is there with commitment and determination to be of support to your loved ones, whether it is your spouse, your siblings, your parents, your kids, your neighbors, your church members, your business colleagues, the way you show up so powerfully once you made that tough decision, isn't it? To be a caregiver is a tough role and responsibility, isn't it? I am Deborah Washington Gould, and again, thank you for your time today. So, when I talk about this particular topic on Be Vigilant, I want you to stand tall and say thank you to yourself and validate who you are because the person that you are caring for is counting on your time, your care, your love, your respect with dignity, dedicated and devoted time that you can offer to them in any way we can. And even if there are others helping you, we're all doing the very best we can. So I applaud you for your support, whether that person is in the hospital, at home, in hospice. The fact that you show up and you're making it happen. So I want to tell you the reason why this particular topic is so close to my heart. It's because I was a primary caregiver. And yes, the role and responsibilities was tough. But I stood there because this person that I had to be there for every day, I did it with love and affection because I love this man. And if the shoe was on the other foot, he would reciprocate and do it for me. Joseph Gould Jr. was my husband, who's now passed on January 16, 2020, at the age of 68. He battled with cancer for 16 years. Are you listening? If you had that type of person who dealt with cancer or any other health challenges as a caregiver. For me, it was my love and commitment with integrity to stand by my man. Mr. Joseph Gould Jr. in April 2004 was diagnosed with stage 2 multiple myeloma, a ferocious and incurable cancer of the blood plasma. 16 years of watching this man with bravery, strength, and courage to do his thing. And as the wife, and as my husband, my lover, my soulmate, my best friend, my business partner, I was determined to stand by my man. So to be vigilant is something I had to show up and play full out. You see, Joseph had the strength and courage because he endured that pain or whatever he was experiencing, but he never gave up. He conducted his business as an entrepreneur, Joe Gould Advertising Specialties, promotional item business since 1987, and he put all of his energy into it. The work that he was so proud of as a mentor, his work as a community activist, to be an advocate for small businesses in the city of New Orleans, as well as what he was known for as a respectable man in the business community of impeccable integrity and an influencer. For myself, to see Deborah as a person with strength and courage, I didn't visualize myself that way. Yes, I am an independent person, reliable, focused, determined, consistent, determination, resilient, and resourceful person that you can count on. But it wasn't until I had to stand in this place of to be vigilant that day by day the strength and courage was able to be birthed in me. So I know that what I'm sharing is no different in the things that you have had to deal with when it comes to your type of challenge with your loved ones. To be vigilant also means you got to be grateful and humble and stay the course. I learned, whether it was in the hospital at home, the 5 W's: the who, the what, the when, the why, and where. If I need to rely on a family member with Joseph's physical therapy or his infusion when he had to go to the oncology department, or whether it was a clinic appointment, I needed you to be timely and keep your word. And sometimes hard conversations, I had to have that with family and my support system. I need you to show up. When it came to hospital, with the medical team, I quickly had to also establish and build relationship with the doctors, the nurses, the patient care technician, because I needed to know we were all on the same page. That the patient in that bed, do you think for a minute they want to be here? They much rather be doing something else. Not just Mr. Gould, the CEO, and your boss that keep you all employed, but every patient in this hospital and in this oncology ward is counting on you. Be vigilant. Ask the 5 W's: the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why, by any means necessary to get your role and responsibility to get people to listen. To be vigilant also means you got to be a spiritual swimmer. Your spiritual foundation is what helps you stay complete. And for Joseph and I, we started every morning somewhere between 5:30, 5:45 before the doctors would start their round, or the nurses would start by 7:15, or the PCT having to take his vitals. To be vigilant means you better be keenly aware and alert to pay attention to his oxygen, his blood pressure, and his temperature. They're counting on you, that patient who's trying to heal and recover. When the nurse step in, pay attention to the medicine that they're taking out in their little inventory for each patient. Ask the necessary questions: the what, when, and where, and what dose, how often, the frequency. Those are key things. Also, that was very important is your spiritual growth, the foundation, the thing that keeps you anchored in the Creator. And it's something we did daily around 5:30 in the morning, and it just made all the difference in the world in terms of my attitude, how I was going to get through the day, and the way Joe so powerfully tried to address all of his health challenges. One of his favorite Bible verses was Psalms 139, verse 14. But as we learn to go through our healing scriptures, that I was so truly blessed with many, many years ago by my business partner, Nancy J. Lewis. She provided me approximately 40 spiritual scriptures on healing, and we would read maybe an increment of 3 to 5 of them every day, but then some of them that we memorized and became so close to our heart was Hebrews 11:1 on faith. we will read Mark 10, verse 23 to 25 on move that mountain, speak to that mountain, or Mark 10:27 that we will read that particular scripture, or um, Zechariah 4:6, and it was just certain verses, or Matthew 7, verse 7 and 9, ask, seek, and knock. And so we will read certain scriptures, and Joe said, I want to make sure that before the nurse come in, let's read these, and we would take turns reading out loud to each other. So, but his favorite was Psalms 139, verse 14. And as a child, I learned to memorize scriptures by singing them. So I would get in his bed and get cuddled and read and sing this particular scripture, Psalms 139, verse 14. You have a marvelous, self-healing body, for you are so fearfully and wonderfully made. We have a marvelous, self-healing body, for we are so fearfully and wonderfully made. Because we knew, without a doubt, the Lord did this in Psalms 118, verse 23. So, as I close, I just want to say thank you for the privilege to share this message on Be Vigilant. I am Deborah Washington Gould. Make yourself a wonderful day on purpose and reach out to me. I welcome you to visit my website at www.gouldassoc.com or call me 504-244-6576. And I'm excited about our new website called PersistentLane.com. And you can check this video out on my YouTube channel, Positive Persistence. But my new website, I'm just so excited about it because it features all of our books, and our most recent book on Strength Through the Challenge by authors Joseph and Deborah Gould. Thank you so much for the privilege of your time and to share this message on Be Persistent. I am Deborah Washington Gould. Thank you.